The objective of this lesson is to assist students in being able to examine growing patterns to describe a given term. In a previous lesson, we learned about growing patterns and determined what the next three terms would look like. For review, the word term means a specific piece of the pattern, and the core is the part that repeats over and over again. It is important to note that in grade 4, the students do not need to be able to use equations with symbols in describing patterns. However, they need to be able to see how the terms and pictures are related and be able to extend the pattern by informally describing the function. Let's start with the following pattern. We need to examine the pattern to see how it grows and make relationships with the shape and terms. We can see that the first term is 1 square unit. The second term has 2 columns and 2 rows with a total of 4 square units. The third term increases the same, 3 columns and 3 rows with a total of 9 square units. From looking at the previous terms, we can see what the fourth term is doing. If we want to know what the 10th term is, we know that it will have 10 columns and 10 rows with a total of 100 square units. If we want to know what the 15th term is, we follow the same pattern, 15 columns and 15 rows. Let's look at another pattern. If we want to know what term 5 will look like, we can see that there will be 5 circles along the bottom row and 4 above, with a total of 9 circles. There is 1 less circle on the top row than the bottom row. If we want to know what term number 20 will look like, we know that it will have 20 circles on the bottom row, with 19 on the top, since this follows the pattern. There will be a total of 39 circles for term number 20. If we want to know what term number 235 looks like, we don't need to draw it. We know that it will have 235 on the bottom row, with 234 on the top row. We only need to add 235 and 234 together if we want to know how many circles there are altogether. There will be 469. The objective in this lesson was to assist students in examining growing patterns so they will be able to describe a given term. We met this objective by looking at different patterns, determining how they are growing, and then describing what a given term would look like.